Hello, boys and girls. Today, Dexter and I have a little lesson for you. I wanted to introduce to you Dexter. He is baby Luna's dog, and he is a really sweet dog. So we're going to be doing a couple of sentences about him, but I thought it would be nice for you to see who we're going to be writing about. So this is cute little Dexter. All right, Dexter, thank you for helping me. You can go play now. Okay, we're going to talk about proofreading marks, and I want to go back to spelling proofreading marks because you've seen those all year, and they're right over here in this corner. And we have different marks, of course. And what are proofreading marks? It just helps us to correct our writing, and it's very helpful to find the mistakes that we make. Here we have a circle, which means that we're going to circle misspelled words, and you do that in your spelling when you have a paragraph. The word here is winner, and it is misspelled because it should have two N's. So you use the proofreading mark by circling it, and that's what you do in spelling. The other one is, that looks familiar, is add a period, and of course it is a period with a circle. So those are going to be a little different when you do language, but I do want to remind you that you keep using these in spelling. And of course we have line, line, line. That means make it a capital. A line over a letter, which means make it a lowercase instead of a capital. Then we have this little squiggly little E, cursive E, and it means to delete. Delete either a word, delete a letter, delete something. And then of course, something we're going to see over here in language is the insert. So we're going to talk about these symbols, this symbol and kind of misspelled words in language this week, okay? So again, proofreading marks are going to help us to find the mistakes in our writing so that we can correct them and have good sentences, good paragraphs. This little symbol means to insert, and SPE is going to be used to mark spelling mistakes. So if you see a word that is misspelled, we're going to put an SP right on top of it. If you see something that needs to be inserted, we are going to put this symbol, and we need to put what needs to be inserted. And some of the things that are inserted are commas. So you need to put a comma and then the insert symbol. We can insert a period. Like I said, this one's a little different than the proofreading marks in our spelling. Okay, insert a period. We can insert an exclamation mark. We can insert a question mark as well. So these are some of the things that we're going to be doing in our seat work. So here we have some sentences about Dexter, and they have quite a bit of mistakes. So our job as good writers and good readers is to look out for those mistakes. So you're going to be using what I call your teacher eyes to see what is wrong. And of course, remember, we're going to be finding spelling mistakes, and we're going to be trying to figure out where we need to insert something, okay? Let's go ahead and read it once. Dexter is a cute, loving, and silly dog. Do you have a dog? He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. He does not know how to dig a hole, but he loves to chase squirrels. I think as I was reading that, you were probably catching a lot of mistakes. So there is a lot of things missing. Now, we're going to take it sentence by sentence. Here we have the first sentence, and remember that a sentence is a complete thought. It has a subject, it has a predicate. The subject has the noun, who the sentence is about or what the sentence is about. And it has, the predicate has the verb telling us what is happening, what is the action, okay? Here we have the first sentence. Dexter is a cute, loving, and silly dog. That was one complete thought, and this tells me that this is the beginning of the next sentence. Therefore, we need to insert something here. And if you thought it was a period, you were correct. We need to insert a period, and that is the way we're going to write it. You do the little insert mark, and we actually put what's missing. There's something else missing though, because this tells me more than two things that describe Dexter. He is cute, he is loving, and he is silly. So I need to insert commas, because commas will separate these for us. Cute, comma, the insert, loving, comma, insert, and silly dog. So we needed to insert some commas there. The next sentence, we're going to read it. Do you have a dog? He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. Hey, that sounded like I asked a question and then I kept talking. So let's go back. Do you have a dog? So I see that we're asking a question right here. Do you have a dog? So we are missing, and this gives us a big clue. Did you catch this? This is telling us this is the beginning of the next sentence. So we need to insert something. Do you have a dog? And we need to insert a question mark at the end of this sentence. So we are going to put the question mark and insert. We want to make sure that we get all the mistakes before we rewrite it and hand in an assignment so that we can get our best grade that we can. The next sentence. He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. And it's true. Sometimes I can't find my shoes and he has them in his doggy bed. He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. See how sometimes you have to reread the sentence over and over, because that's when you're going to start looking with your teacher eyes, slowing it down so that you can catch those mistakes. Everything sounds fine, but remember, we're looking for spelling mistakes. We still haven't found a spelling mistake, and we need to insert some things. Well, again, we have more than two things that he likes to steal, so we need commas. He loves to steal things like shoes, comma, pens, comma, and socks. That sounds like the end of our thought, so we need to insert a period. He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. Did we fix the sentence? If you said yes, we overlooked one thing. There is one spelling mistake. And although it sounds okay, there's something there that is misspelled, and it is the word two. This one is the number 2. So right here we have to, and this has nothing to do with numbers. My sentence has nothing to do with the number 2. We need to put an SP right on top of it because it should have been TO. He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. Next sentence. He does not know how to dig a hole, but he loves to chase squirrels. So here we have a bit of a longer sentence, and we are putting kind of two thoughts together, or two things that he does, and we're connecting it with this word right here. So we do need something at the end of the sentence, and we need to insert a period. He does not know how to dig a hole, but he loves to chase squirrels. Now, there's some spelling mistakes, and of course, sometimes we need to look at each and every word and actually put our finger on it so that our brain can stop and actually look at that word. Our brain is going so fast that we have to slow it down sometimes. He does not know. That sounds correct, but this no means no. What we're looking for is the word that means knowledge. and it is misspelled, so we put an SP on know. He does not know how to dig a hole. Here we have the word, it sounds correct, but this does not mean something that we remove dirt to make an indentation in the earth. This means the entire thing, as in I ate the whole donut. So here we have another misspelled word, because that's so easy to do because they sound the same. So now let's see. Time to reread to see if we missed anything. And again, sometimes you want to slow down. Use your finger because your brain wants to continue going without you. So we want to take some time to point to each word to make sure we have everything. Dexter is a cute, loving, and silly dog, period. Do you have a dog? He loves to steal things like shoes, pens, and socks. He does not know how to dig a hole, but he loves to chase squirrels. So here we have better punctuation. We have our commas. We have our correct punctuation at the end of our sentences. And over here to my right, you know how you have a margin on your paper? It's always a good idea to write the correct word once you know what you have misspelled. So now we're ready to do our final draft. That means that I did make some mistakes here, and now I can rewrite it with all the corrections now. So proofreading marks are very helpful to us, especially as you get older and you start writing not just one sentence or two, but actually paragraphs, so that you will do your best writing and fix all those little mistakes. Sometimes we just start writing and writing and writing, which is good, but then we have to come back and look to see what mistakes we made so that we can fix them. So again, proofreading marks are a great way to show us that. And this week you will be practicing these two proofreading marks in your language page. So I know you're going to do a great job, and I'm going to go and take Dexter for a walk. Bye.